For men, most solutions that are doing very similar things use the same active ingredient, but at 5%. So this one is specially formulated for women's scalp and skin. So this is the eSalon Hair Growth Treatment, women's 2% Minoxidil Topical Solution. There's a couple of gotchas I'm gonna go over, and we'll kind of get to that in the end, but kind of go through this bottle, what it has. I think the main ingredient that you need to know, the active ingredient, is that mini oxidil at 2%. Now, what that means is that this is a solution that is tailored for women, and we'll kind of get into that in a moment. But other things that we want to look at is this is not something that will kind of work overnight. I think the instructions here say that you need to apply 1 milliliter of the sprayer, 6 sprays, 2 times a day, directly on the scalp in the hair loss area. And you want to use this more. Using more or more often does not improve the results as listed here on the instructions on the bottle, and continued use is necessary or hair loss will begin again. So the other thing is, once this is open, you want to store it in a controlled room temperature, which is 20 to 25 degrees Celsius or 68 to 77 Fahrenheit. And for best results, you want to apply directly to the scalp twice daily. So you don't want to put it on your hair. You want to make sure that you get it directly on your scalp. Now, one thing I was talking about earlier is this 2% solution. So for men, most solutions that are doing very similar things use the same active ingredient, but at 5%. So this one is specially formulated for women's scalp and skin. So I'm going to go through kind of what this, how to use this. I do like that there is a locking mechanism, so you don't have to worry about kind of pressing in and using this accidentally or using all your supply. And speaking of supply, this should give you roughly about 1 month of supply. You do want not make sure you don't want to use this if you're under the age of 18. It's listed here, or your scalp is red, inflamed, and whatnot. So this is a 1 month supply on the 60 milliliters. The other thing that I want to show you is this locking mechanism. So once you kind of, as I was mentioning earlier, this is at the lock state, and the only thing you need to do is push it. So you gotta, when you're pushing it, it doesn't want to move. So that is a kind of common thing that a lot of people find, that I'm trying to get this work, it's not working, I'm turning it to unlock and it's not doing anything. So what you got to do is actually got to push in and then turn. So once you've got it turned and is in unlocked position, and you can confirm that it's an unlocked position by this kind of lower gap, you can then go and press and squeeze out the ingredients. I'm not going to do that right now because obviously my scalp is not a woman's scalp, so that's not going to work. But to lock it again, just so we don't use any product right now, just pull it and you hear that snap and click, so then you know that you've got it at a locked position. So yeah, this is the eSalon Hair Regrowth Treatment Women's 2% Minoxidil Topical Solution. One thing I do want to note here, I almost forgot to say, is this is unscented. So yeah,